I'm Jessica Nova, and you're watching Geek Girls Review. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now before we get too far, make sure you like and subscribe. Or is it like and subscribe or like and subscribe? Or you know you can see it and I can't. I just have to tell you what to do. To remind you, I am Jessica Nova. You can find me on Instagram at @thejessicanova or on mygeekglory.com. And as a reminder, this is not my channel. I'm just a paid personality. I get paid and you get all my personality. Get it? So, we're gonna make a little review today. Are you as excited as I am? It involves food. That's so exciting. It really is. The quickest way to my heart is definitely through food. So pay attention. We are going to be reviewing the unofficial, you can see I've already kind of started bookmarking my favorite pages. We're going to be reviewing the unofficial Hocus Pocus cookbook, which is why you get me in this fantastic half a costume. You're not going to be able to tell, but I'm not wearing the bottom half of this costume. I'm wearing leggings. It's December. I'm cold. I am dressed as Sarah Sanderson, the presumably youngest of the Sanderson sisters, but I don't remember if that's actually canon. Maybe it is. I don't know. That's not what we're here to talk about. We're going to talk about food. We're going to make a really simple recipe from this book. And because I want to talk more about the food and less about the book, I'm going to give you my quick review. It definitely gets a 10 out of 10 as far as unofficial, like fun, nerdy cookbooks go, because it's so dang easy. Everything had so much fun in the naming of it that it took it directly from the movie. There's actually like a recipe for dead man's chungs, which is just kind of a throwaway line in the film. And I giggled to myself. There's also a cat, here it is. It's a tuna biscuit dinner for a very helpful cat. And it's canned tuna, egg, a little bit of breadcrumbs. I would want to double check on everything. It is for a cat. I just would want to double check because, you know, breadcrumbs aren't necessarily something I immediately think of you can feed a cat. So I'm sure that there are nutritional things you would want to be sure of. I've read this recipe a gazillion times, and every time I'm convinced it's going to tell me, do not feed to a real cat. So I wanted to make sure I checked it again to let you know. But assuming you can feed it to a cat, that's awesome. How fun, and what a great way to show just love for Hocus Pocus in general and your favorite cat. Thanks. So, aside from everything in here being fun and easy, there is an alcohol section. We're not going to do anything from that. But they also have, this was the other thing I almost made tonight. It's a cinnamon pecan syrup. And it's just super yummy, looks super good. But we're not going to do that tonight. We are going to make a great callback to Pigs in a Blanket. Dead Man's Toes. I saw this and thought it was just delightfully simple and also really festive and fun for being spooky. And you know, we kind of see a lot, like I've seen a lot of Frankenstein's toes and things like that for Halloween, but the fact that it was such a callback to Dead Man's Toe and thinking of Sarah bubbling around the cauldron singing Dead Man's Toe, I really thought it was fun. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna see how they taste. I am pretty sure they're gonna be great. I love Pigs in a Blanket. We're gonna be doing a vegan version. So if you have that as a dietary restriction, have no fear. This can be done that way as long as you are willing to find the necessary ingredients, which we're not going to get over. You know what goes in Pigs in a Blanket, I hope. It's hot dogs, it's crescent rolls. I almost said croissant rolls, but it's crescent rolls. And then this has ketchup and mustard. The one thing we are going to leave out about this one is they say you can do a fancy mustard glaze, which I think is fun, but not as simple. You know, again, it's only 3 ingredients, but I wanted to skip the extra sugar, so we're not going to be doing that. It is in the book if you are curious. But with that being said, why don't we start cutting up some Dead Man's Toes, huh? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so we have the basis for our Dead Man's Toes. We're just going to do 1 pack because one pack of 4 jumbo hot dogs will make you 8 dead man's toast. So in a regular pack of standard hot dogs, I think there's 8, then you would get 16. So first order of business, we have the stove preheating at 375. So you might hear that go off. The other reason I like this is the prep time says it's 15 minutes, which, hey, if you get good at it, it's probably even faster than that. And the cook time is only 12. So yeah, I want them to cook for less than it takes me to make them. All right, so guess what? This is real hard, all right? Hope you guys didn't miss too much of that action. Look, see? And with that, that's all the way through. Step 2. So let's get to step 3. Ready? Okay, so now we're gonna wrap them. The most important part is that you are going to take the cut side, and it is what you are going to first cover, because you want this uncut toenail bit to be kind of the part that's sticking out. Now I have a feeling some of these are gonna look better than others. As you can see, I'm already trying to just, you know, dot some of that excess down. And I suppose it's kind of how much of your toe you're gonna want hanging out, but you get the idea. So let's try and do a couple more of these. I also am so bad about leaving out any kind of pastry thing. You know, most of them say leave out for X amount of time before using. I don't even know if these said that because I just don't pay that much attention. Don't follow that part of the instructions. It's not for you. It's for chaotic individuals like me. Now, once we get these all ready, then we get to do the nail part. I hope you're as excited about that. See, I have just excess dough. I'm gonna use it to make weirdness. Oh, you know what? I don't even, listen, it has been a long time. I'm sure that I'm rolling these poorly. You guys would eat this, right? Maybe? I don't know. You probably wouldn't, and that's okay. That's very fair. I just feel like maybe there's a little too much. I should have probably considered paring down the amount of roll. I mean, in the picture, they have such little parts of the roll. So maybe oh yeah. See, I was supposed to cut them. So it gives the instructions based on the Pillsbury ones, and it says that definitely you should cut those triangles down. So the fact that I haven't, even on these, and I'm sure that the ratio is slightly different. Anyway, we're ending up with very bready toast. You're not too upset by that, I hope. You know what? Even if you are, I won't know. Now I say that and immediately feel the terror that that could mean. I'm gonna make sure that they know I didn't like this video. You know what? Oh well. You might not. You might not even like Hocus Pocus. Oh, there's the preheated oven. That part is important. Always make sure you preheat your ovens. I'm gonna just use this little last bit of stuff. So before we pop these in there, the last thing you are supposed to do before they go in is you're going to, using a sharp paring knife, I am not using a paring knife, you're going to make 3 slices. Now these are kind of your gross little lines for the toe. So we're going to do that on all of them. And then we're supposed to cut out the toenail because you're going to put ketchup and mustard on there. I am going to tell you this. I am going to cut out that on maybe 1 or 2, but I actually think I would have more of a problem. I don't mind seeing it in the photo, but I actually don't think I could, I think it might trick my brain out as far as eating it. So we're not going to do that. Oh, maybe we will on a couple. You guys like these great culinary things that I'm doing? Yeah, chef words. Hey, if you have ADHD and you've tried to be a content creator and you know what it is that I'm dealing with currently, where my brain is just not keeping up, thanks for still sticking around here. That's really cool. So you take your knife and you are going to carve out. I definitely suggest using the knife they said, which is, yeah, still using the paring knife, because you want to cut out that toenail. But I think that because you fill it with ketchup and mustard, see, I'm not even going on the same side as my slits. These are just exciting. You don't know what you're going to get. But because you're going to be filling it anyway, I don't think that it has to be quite so pretty. I'm just fascinated to see how these cook up. So now I'm cutting it in all of them. You know, I said I wouldn't. Now I am. Yeah, chaos monster. They don't look cute, by the way. Like, the way that I am doing this is not. It's all function, no form. So these are going to go in the oven for approximately 12 minutes. If you were doing the glaze, it has glaze instructions as well. But like I said, I don't like the idea of a brown sugar glaze because sugar sparks my fibro. So I try to leave that out as much as possible. Yes, I know I said that, very aware that one of the things I was most excited about, oh, that one actually pretty good. One of the things I was most excited about was that pecan cinnamon syrup. I think that's what it was. It was a sweet syrup. Ooh, toes. These look great, man. Yeah, if you're gonna go in, go real shallow. I went deep with the first ones. Okay, so now that we have all these ready, let's put them in. I'm honestly not super impressed with the way that mine came out, but I went with stone ground mustard because I thought it would look a little bit nastier. And then ketchup, which this one's just silly. So you do kind of need to go shallow with the toenail, but a little bit so that it has somewhere to go, your mustard and your ketchup. This one definitely did better at that, but it just looks gross. For me personally, I know that's kind of the whole aesthetic, but I don't like to eat things that look gross. I have kind of a weird thing about it. So the fact that these have toenails is more gross to me than it really should be. I will still eat them. I'm not going to eat them for you because I know what pigs in a blanket taste like. You know what pigs in a blanket taste like. So these dead man's toes are not going to taste any different. They're going to taste great. Aesthetically, I don't love that. I'm not really sure why I picked it, except I wanted to make something gross and fun with you, and we did it. 12 minutes was definitely not how long mine had to stay in there for. It would still start with 12 minutes. Part of mine was I didn't pick a baking sheet. That was on me. But I ended up having to put mine in for closer to about 17 minutes just to get mostly brown crispies around on the roll, and I didn't have any burnt edges. So that's great. I can't wait for you to tell me how you enjoyed making them. And if you have any suggestions, especially if they're vegan friendly, let me know. Bye!